We're talking Aussie rules football this morning at New Edinburgh Park with Rich Keane, the coach of the Ottawa Swans. How are you this morning?
Very good, Jeff. How are you?
Pretty good. These games don't typically start this early.
No. Normally kick-off time is at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Seems like a smart in the Arvo.
In the yes, sorry, I should say.
So Aussie rules football, and you know it's gaining popularity worldwide. We hear about that. You and a group of gentlemen behind us are trying to bring it to Ottawa, and in fact already have, just looking to recruit even more, right?
That's right. Aussie rules hasn't been played in Ottawa as far as I know yet, but we're looking at starting up and trying to get involved in the Ontario Football League, which is primarily based in Toronto. It's a single team here in Ottawa, so if anyone is interested, feel free to contact us and come down and have a run, but it's open to anyone who wants to try a different sport in the summer.
Now, I've been watching the guys and I've been reading the rules, and it doesn't seem too complicated. I think the number one thing that most people would have a misconception about is that it's rugby, right? And it isn't rugby. That's
right. It's a little bit different, a lot more running and a lot more dangerous in terms of what we call tackling and the fact that from 360 degrees you can get tackled and pinned by someone. But we'll show you that later on, I think.
Oh, great. Well, I'm looking to earn a jersey at some point this morning as well. So now there are specific rules about Aussie rules football in Canada for the Canadian version of the sport, because I shouldn't say version, because the Canadian version is the exact same as the Australian.
It is, yes.
But there is a rule in terms of number of Australians you can have on a squad.
Usually you're only allowed about 6 to 8 Australians on the field at any one time. But with the amount of interest that we've had already in the team, we've got primarily Canadian-based participants, so it's been pretty good.
Okay, cool. So what's the first thing you would show someone if they were learning Aussie rules football?
Usually what we try first is called a handball.
Okay.
A couple of different things that you can do with an Aussie rules. You can either kick it or handball it. This is what it looks like. It's an oval shaped with your laces across the top.
And you can never throw it, right?
No, you can't throw it.
Okay.
You have to actually physically punch the ball, as we would call it. So usually you hold it straight under the laces here,
okay,
and with your right hand, your knuckle, normally hit it on the end of the football, punch it straight through to the other person.
All right, so that seems straightforward. So, yeah. But not punched like this, because it would be inaccurate.
And it would hurt you.
Oh, really? Okay. Good to know. All right. So, and I can't move this hand. I can't actually lead it.
That's right. You actually bring that left hand back down, so and the right hand follows through, and you're in the team.
I love it. I love it. Ottawa Swans, and if people have an interest in this, they've seen it on TV, it is a wild game. How do they get a hold of you?
We've actually got a website, Ottawa Swans. If you just do a Google search, you should be able to find it. Our first game starts on Canada Day versus the Blues, which is a team up from Toronto. So anyone interested, check our website out.
Fantastic. It looks great. Ottawa Swans. Swans, because you guys are not only fierce, but also good looking.
Maybe.
Hopefully anyway, right? All right, we're going to talk a lot more about Aussie rules football coming up. Look at the guys go. I'm going to be learning some of those techniques. Next up is one of the kicks. Wow, unbelievable. Coming back after a few on 8 Channel Morning.
That's cool, the drop
great,
kick.
Yeah.
That's fun. I'd like to try that.
And they're graceful.
Graceful swans.
They're graceful swans. They sure are. 7:45 right now. We'll, of course, get back to